Division 1 here in Oswego. I'm also once again the chairman of this year's St. Patrick's Day Parade. This will be my 7th parade being chairman. Each year we try to make the parade a little bigger than the year before. Hopefully one day we can rival the Syracuse Parade, but I must admit they got a few years on us. So we are planning this year's parade for March 8th, 1 o'clock p.m., starting on East 1st and Cuga Streets, following the same path as been for the last few years, ending up at Gibby's Irish Pub. People ask why we have the parade when we do. Well, the answer is that we like to have the parade a week before the Syracuse parade so we can get all the pipe bands because they're busy other weekends and stuff. So they know that we keep it at that weekend and they always are there for us. So we hope to have another pipe band in this year's parade, in fact, as well as more Irish dance groups. You know, people love the St. Patrick's Day Parade and St. Patrick's Day. We have a large Irish community in Oswego that dates back to the beginnings of our city and a large membership at the AOH. To me, it's more than having a few drinks or a corned beef sandwich in a local pub. It's the celebration of Irish culture. It's also kind of a rite of spring. You know when it gets near St. Patrick's Day and the parade is here that good weather is just around the corner. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Anybody else like to speak on the matter? Can I have a motion, please? Councilor Gosek, Councilor Vannucci.
Councilor Burge?
Yes.
Councilor Vannucci?
Yes.
Councilor Gozek?
Yes.
Number 3, the Office of Economic Development has received a request for the use of public space from the Garrett Dunsmore Memorial Foundation to host the GDMF 3x3 basketball tournament at Breakback Park on Sunday, June 8, 2025, from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Is there anybody here that would like to speak on the matter? I see no one. This has been going on for at least a year now, from what I understand. And it seems to be a great event for everybody, and they seem to have a really good turnout. So I highly encourage this. Can I have a motion on it, please? Councilor Gozek, Councilor Vannucci.
Councilor Burge?
Yes.
Councilor Vannucci?
Yes.
Councilor Gozek?
Yes.
Number 4, the Office of Economic Development has received a request of public space for Andrew Grinchroer, sorry about that, to host the Oswego Pro-Am fishing tournament at Wrights Landing Marina from July 11th to July 13th, 2025, from 4:45 a.m. to 7 p.m. Is there anybody here that would like to speak on the matter? I know that this has been going on for 3 or 4, possibly even 5 years now. It's been a great big turnout. One of the biggest things in Oswego right now is the salmon fishing. Last year was huge. They were just killing them out on the lake. Brought a lot of people in, a lot of charters. A lot of the people were having price of gases, though. That was kind of scaring a few people away, but they had a really big turnout. So I'd like to encourage this also. Can I have a motion on this, please? Councilor Walker, Councilor Vannucci.
Councilor Burge?
Yes.
Councilor Vannucci?
Yes.
Councilor Walker? Councilor
Excused.
Gozek? I'm sorry. You said Walker, so you threw me off.
Did I? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Number 5, the Office of Economic Development has received a request for use of public space from Snacks Enterprises to host a snacks party at the park, number 2, at Water Street Square on Saturday, July 26, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., as well as a waiver of the noise ordinance. Is there anybody here who would like to speak on the matter?
Hello, council members. Happy New Year. It's good to see you all again. We're looking to have our second snacks party in the park this summer, July 26th. It's going to be the same event as last year. We just have room for 2 more vendors. Those 2 will be acquiring propane permits because they're going to be selling hot food at the event. That will be the only difference, and we're going to be hiring 2 more staff members for security and maintenance, because we know that the playing field's changing downtown with Old City opening again. We just want to make sure that we have all our bases covered, and those are going to be the only differences from last year. Thank you.
How did it go last year?
It went great. We had no issues whatsoever. It was didn't get too overwhelming at any points. We had a nice steady stream of traffic throughout the day, and it was a great turnout, lots of smiles as well.
Glad to hear that. Anybody else like to speak on the matter? Can I have a motion? Councilor Gozek, Councilor Vannucci.
Councilor Burge?
Yes.
Councilor Vannucci?
Yes.
Councilor Gozek?
Yes.
There we go.
Number 6, the Office of Economic Development has received a request for the use of public space from the Oswego YMCA to host the Pumpkin Fest 2025 at Washington Square Park on Saturday, October 4th, 2025 till Sunday, October 5th, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., as well as a waiver of a noise ordinance. Is there somebody here like to speak on it?
Good evening, councilors. My name is Trish Levine. I'm the Director of Communications and Marketing for the Oswego YMCA, and we appreciate your consideration of the Pumpkin Festival, a wonderful community event that we're fortunate to partner with the City of Oswego and have their support once again to bring this seasonal festival to the families of the greater Oswego area. So we appreciate your consideration of this event.
Thank you. Anybody else like to speak on the matter? Can I have a motion on that, please? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Vernucci?
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Number 7, the Office of Economic Development has received a request for the use of public space from the Oswego YMCA to host the Harbor Fest 5K and Kids Fun Run on Saturday, July 26, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., as well as a waiver of the noise ordinance. Anybody would like to speak on that matter?
Good evening, councilors. My name is Trish Levine. I'm the Director of Health and Wellness at the Oswego YMCA, as well as the Race Event Coordinator. We appreciate your consideration of this event. This will be the 36th year of this event, and it serves as one of the organization's major fundraisers throughout the year. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody like to speak on this besides us? All right, I'd like to have a motion at this time. Counselor Gozick, Counselor Vernucci?
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Number 9, the Office of Economic Development has received a request for the use of public space from Dan Harrington of Oswego Harbor Fest to host the 2025 Oswego Harbor Fest from July 24th, 2025 to July 27th, 2025, as well as a waiver of the open container ordinance. Mr. Harrington?
Good evening, councilors. I'm Dan Harrington. I'm the Director of Harvard Fest. And I think everybody received, I had an attachment to the application, which was new to me this year, but I put all our requests that we normally get every year from the police, the fire department, the city DPW, and it's just basically explaining everything that we normally get and what we normally need to get. So nothing's really changed this year, except we are going to add a water show, which will be behind the Coast Guard. The fireworks like normal, and we have a lot of good entertainment. So that's about it.
Thank you, Mr. Harrington. Does anybody have any more information, any questions? I'd like to have a motion on this. Counselor Gozick, Counselor Vernucci?
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
This time I'd like to close the meeting.
Sean,
We
you
missed
have to
one
do
item,
number
I
8.
think, the reindeer run.
Nope, I'm sorry. What I do, go right over it? I did. Number 8, the Office of Economic Development has received a request for the use of public space from the Oswego YMCA to host the Reindeer Run on Saturday, December 6, 2025 at 9:30 a.m., as well as a waiver of the noise ordinance.
Good evening, councilors. Trish Levine, Director of Health and Wellness and Event Coordinator for the 34th Annual Reindeer Run. We appreciate your consideration of this event. This event, along with the previous 2 events that we were here this evening for a request, I'd like to point out that we would not be able to do these events if it were not for the generous support of the City of Oswego, the Oswego Police Department, Fire Department, Department of Public Works, and the administration. So we appreciate your consideration of this and the aforementioned events. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else with any questions? I'd like to have a motion, please. Counselor Gozick, Counselor Vernucci?
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
This time I'd like to have a motion to close the meeting. Counselor Vernucci, Counselor Gozick?
Counselor Burge,
Yes.
Counselor Benucci,
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
This time, I would like to call to order the Administrative Services Committee. Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Plunkett.
Here.
Counselor Burge.
Here.
Counselor Allen. Here. Counselor Benucci.
Here.
Counselor Walton.
Here.
I'd like a motion to accept the minutes from the previous meeting from January 6, 2025. Counselor Allen, Counselor Walton?
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Is there any old business? Okay, let's move on to new business then. Item 1 under authorization. Craig Rebior, Commissioner of Public Works, Parks and Recreation, requests authorization for the mayor to sign a 4-year agreement with the New York State Department of Transportation Emergency Assistant to municipalities. Commissioner?
Good evening, councilors. This is a win-win for the city of Oswego. Normally, we need to wait for the state to declare a state of emergency before we can get any help from them. They offered this up a couple years ago, 2020, actually during COVID. I don't know if it ever got signed or not then. They sent us again this year. I am suggesting we go ahead and sign the 4-year agreement. This will allow us to, if we have a snowplow breakdown, or we need one of the rotary plows, or any other of the various equipment that the state has that we don't have, traffic signal boards, which we do borrow on occasion. The smaller equipment, short-term, non-emergency use, they can send it down and give us a hand free of charge. This allows us to do that.
Does anybody have any questions? Can I get a motion, please? Counselor Walton, Counselor Burridge.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Benucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walton?
Yes.
Item 2 under authorization. Craig Rebior, Commissioner of Public Works, Parks and Recreation, requests authorization for the city chamberlain to complete 3 budget amendments to multiple accounts in the total amount of $113,600 for costs associated with new equipment purchases. Commissioner?
Council, these funds, the total $114,085 were recovered from the equipment auction towards the end of last year, as well as we did sell one surplus piece of equipment to the town of Oswego Highway Department for a total of $4,800 to total that $114,085. We're simply asking for those funds to be returned to Public Works to be put to good use. We need additional 2-way radios. We've been upgrading the 2-way radio system in all of the DPW vehicles for, it's taken us about 5 years, I believe, when we started this. We abandoned the old low-band radio system. We're now on the 911 high-frequency system. The radios are expensive. About $3,000 a piece. This should be our last round of those, totaling $78,000. Ordering 24 radios. Again, this should be our last round. There may be a piece of equipment here or there. We add one to in the future, but this will be the last big purchase. The $4,600 to supplement the overrun. Back in July, when the budget was prepared for the mayor and for the council, we did budget for 2 pickup trucks. It went through council and was accepted. Our needs have changed in that 6 months. The second truck needs to be, we need a tool body, a utility body truck, and they are significantly more expensive. That truck, replacing truck 55, which was a tool body truck, came off the road, did not pass the inspection. We need to replace that truck. So we using the balance from the one truck, which was budgeted at $65,000, that was a little over what we needed. So there was $6,500 balance left there. We put that towards this truck. We needed the additional $4,600 to make it whole so we can get that truck ordered. Item 3 here. I'm going to ask to consider amending this resolution. I'm asking for $31,000 to purchase a small utility pickup truck, which was cut from the budget last year to help with the crunch we were in. I believe that truck is warranted. However, considering the winter we're having, we ordered salt this past week to start replenishing the dome. We realized we're going to run short on salt here. So I'm going to ask if the council would consider changing that amount to $31,485. So we would be getting the entire $114,085. So the 31,045 would go to the 5142 410 snow removal account to purchase salt rather than purchase a piece of equipment. The equipment, like I said, we need it. However, in good conscience, I know I'm going to be back here likely in a couple months asking for additional funds for salt. This is a good use for this money. It's not coming out of the general fund, it's coming out of our auction money.
Questions? Counselor Allen?
So what's the total amount you're asking us for?
The total amount is $114,085. The total doesn't change. Or
Okay,
that's the total funds recovered. The initial ask was for $113,600 of that.
Right.
But because I'm asking for salt, I want to run it right up to what we brought in on the auction. It's
Okay.
going to buy us about 600 ton of salt, which isn't a lot.
So Tim, what will you need for this? Do you need one of us to put forth a proposal to amend this?
We're just going to make a motion to amend.
Okay,
That's all when I call the roll.
okay, that's fine. That was my question. Thank you.
Yep. Any more questions? Can I get a motion to amend? Counselor Allen? Counselor Vanucci?
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes to amend.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes to amend.
Counselor Allen?
Yes to amend.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes to amend.
Counselor Walton?
Yes to amend.
I think we got to vote on it now.
Okay. Can I get a motion? Counselor Allen? Counselor Burridge?
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walton?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Item number 3, the Office of Economic Development requests authorization for the city chamberlain to sign deposit checks in excess of $5,000 for approved city events. Okay, well, Amy's.
Do you want to speak or do you want me to speak? Okay.
We can't hear her question.
She would like to see a cap on that. Is the cap 25,000? Got it. Okay. Deposit check wise, we, anything over 5,000 really would just be fireworks. There really are very few vendors that we need to pay a deposit of over $5,000 for any of our events. So I would think, and the highest, we just got the pricing for the fireworks today was 16. So it'll be 8. We can probably cap it at 9 just to be safe.
So I got to cut you off there. You've got to get closer to the microphone.
Sorry,
I'm
I will be
not
close.
following
I'm
the
half talking to
conversation
Deb and
at all.
half talking to you, so she feels comfortable with this.
Okay.
Is 9,000, do you feel comfortable with 9,000? Okay. She would like to see a cap on the deposit, so not just, yes, I'm signing off on deposits over $5,000. So I don't know if that's an amendment that we can make now, with no greater than $9,000 as a deposit check that Deb feels comfortable signing. So from $5,000 to $0 to $9,000.
Counselor
All
Allen?
right, so we have another motion to amend then on this?
Correct.
Sure,
Do
I
we
feel
have any
comfortable with that.
convers-
That works for us. This just allows Deb to sign deposit checks over that amount for any of the vendors that we need for our events.
Does anyone have any questions for Amy? Get a motion to amend, please. Counselor Allen? Counselor Vanucci?
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes to amend?
Counselor Burridge?
Yes to amend.
Counselor Allen?
Yes to amend.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes to amend.
Counselor Walton?
Yes to amend.
Can I get a motion now? Counselor Walton? Counselor Burridge?
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Vanucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walton?
Yes.
Item number 4, the Office of Economic Development requests authorization to execute contracts and agreements related to the administration and management of Plan 2025 city events, and further authorization to organize aforementioned events with other city departments. Amy?
Sure thing. We've got, for 2025, we have the Summer Concert Series, which will involve the Thursday night Veterans Stage and Friday night Market Street Square Concert Series. We have the Independence Day Celebration, which includes the parade and the block party. We have a creepy crawl 3 nights in October, and we have the tree lighting in November. So all of these things have a pre-established budget, which you have approved, and we will certainly work under those. We're very strict on budgets and numbers in my office, so rest assured. This is just giving permission to use city space for those events. We're reserving all of those spaces officially, and then, of course, signing contracts for the city on the city's behalf.
Does anyone have any questions? All great events, Amy. Could I get a motion, please? Counselor Walton, Counselor Vernucci.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Vernucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walton?
Yes.
Thank you, Amy. Item number 5 under authorization, Fire Chief Paul Canzone requests authorization to receive checks from attendees to the Port City Fire Conference and further authorization for the city chamberlain to deposit checks for the aforementioned event. Chief Canzone?
Councilors, good evening. So this is hopefully the first of many annual events. We have a training vendor coming in, it's going to provide training to the fire department, incident command training we've never done before. And in order to recover some costs, we're opening up to other departments. So this year's event's going to be held at SUNY Oswego in the auditorium at Marano Campus Center. We have that space at no fee, so the college worked with us on that. So we're asking for permission to deposit. We're charging $100 a head for other firefighters from other cities to come in and take this training with us. That's going to help cover the costs of the training vendor. This is actually part of a 2-day training. We're having, the second day is just going to be for our people, and it's running through scenarios and things like that. So this is a 1-day, day 1 of a seminar. We're asking for the Chamberlain to be able to collect the $100. We're going to give her the checks that she deposited back into our training account to cover the costs. So, questions?
Counselor Walton?
Do you have any estimate on how many other participants you guys are looking at having, or have any other departments reached out?
Yeah, several other departments reached out, some from far away, so they're going to need hotels. So this should be a great thing. We have about 30 people, 30 people, some of them registering several people. So a lot of chiefs responding and registering, 10 people from their department, things like that. So, we're taking reservations now. Should be a great event. So we're looking forward to it.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Any other questions? Counselor Burridge?
I'd just like to say that that's a great idea. You're cutting the cost, and we're getting the training besides.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be able to. The cost is for this vendor, I think, would be about $12,000. I probably wouldn't do it if it was just for our people, 20 or 30 of our people. So this helps us recoup the costs and get the training. So, and hopefully it's a regional destination conference for the city of Oswego for years to come. So we'll see.
Any other questions for the chief? Can I get a motion, please? Counselor Allen, Counselor Walton.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Vernucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walton?
Yes.
Item number 6 under authorization. Fire Chief Paul Canzone requests authorization for the city chamberlain to advance funds in an amount not to exceed $67,539.01 to purchase new station equipment. Chief?
So this is part of the grant we awarded, the Assistance to Firefighter Grant. We're going to buy some monitoring equipment, air monitoring equipment, a new washer, new dryer for the gear. When we asked you to accept that grant a couple of months ago, I left out our ability to purchase the equipment. So this is $67,539.01. This basically allows the Chamberlain to advance the funds needed to purchase this equipment, and then we'll get the grant is 95%, 5%, so we have about a $3,000 match. So this will allow us to buy the equipment now, not have to wait. So.
Does anybody have any questions for the chief? Can I get a motion, please? Counselor Allen, Counselor Walton.
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Benucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walton?
Yes.
Thank you, Chief Pinzon. Does anybody have anything else? Get a motion to adjourn, please? Counselor Allen, Counselor Burridge?
Counselor Plunkett?
Yes.
Counselor Burridge?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Benucci?
Yes.
Counselor Walton?
Yes.
You know, sometimes